NBA YoungBoy and Kodak Black's beef has been heating up lately, with no signs of slowing down. From Kodak pulling up on YB in a helicopter while he was performing, to YoungBoy's crew letting Kodak know is smoke, this situation is getting deadly. But here's what makes this even crazier. These two used to be genuine homies. They made music together, showed each other love publicly, and Kodak was actually one of YoungBoy's biggest inspirations when he was coming up. So how did we get from brotherhood to helicopter warfare? How did respect turn into the type of beef that could end with somebody not making it home? By the end of this, you'll understand exactly how a friendship between two of the realest artists in hip-hop turned into one of the most dangerous beefs the culture has ever seen.
To understand how deep this beef really goes, we gotta go back to when these two were genuinely tight. This wasn't some fake industry friendship. NBA YoungBoy actually looked up to Kodak Black before he was famous, studying how this Florida kid was moving in the game. Back in the day, YoungBoy used to watch how Kodak carried himself, raw, authentic, never compromising his street credibility for mainstream acceptance. That type of realness resonated with YoungBoy because he was trying to navigate that same balance between keeping it 100 and making it out the hood. In old interviews, you could hear the genuine admiration in YoungBoy's voice when he talked about Kodak. This wasn't fake industry praise, this was real recognition from one authentic artist to another. YoungBoy saw Kodak as proof that you could make it big without selling your soul or forgetting where you came from. Both came from similar backgrounds: poverty, street life, legal troubles, and that constant struggle to survive in environments trying to destroy them. They understood each other's pain, hunger, and determination to make it out by any means necessary. When they linked up for tracks, the chemistry was undeniable. Songs like Water and Chosen One showed the streets that both artists were cut from the same cloth, real, raw, and uncompromising in their authenticity. The collaboration process was organic. They weren't forced together by labels or management. They genuinely wanted to work with each other because they recognized the authenticity in each other's music. What made their relationship even more significant was how Kodak influenced YoungBoy's approach to the industry. YoungBoy was watching how Kodak navigated the balance between street credibility and mainstream success, learning from Kodak's mistakes and successes. But that brotherhood and mutual respect would eventually turn into one of the most dangerous beefs in hip-hop.
The first signs came in August 2017 when Kodak Black took what many fans interpreted as shots at NBA YoungBoy on the track Time Never Mattered. The lyrics that caught everyone's attention were, "But I hope I don't go broke again, I'm killing young babies. Kodak never going broke again, you a free agent." Many followers were under the impression that Kodak was directing these lyrics toward YoungBoy. The reference to young babies seemed like a direct shot at NBA YoungBoy, and the free agent line suggested that YoungBoy wasn't loyal to any particular crew or region. Neither artist said anything directly about the rumors at first. Fans were left to speculate and interpret the lyrics on their own. This type of subliminal dissing is common in hip-hop, but it creates tension because it's never clear if the shots are intentional. The subliminal game is dangerous because it allows for plausible deniability while still sending a message. Kodak could claim he wasn't talking about YoungBoy specifically, but the lyrics were specific enough that people in the know understood what was being said. Things escalated significantly in November 2018 when NBA YoungBoy's artist Quando Rondo was filmed burning merchandise from Kodak's label Sniper Gang. The video showed Quando and his crew disrespecting Kodak's brand, saying things like, "We on some NBA type stuff, man, no more Sniper Gang." This moved the tension from subliminal lyrics to direct disrespect. Burning someone's merchandise is a clear sign of disrespect in hip-hop culture. It's saying that you don't respect their brand, their movement, or their influence. In response, the Sniper Gang crew issued their own video burning a Never Broke Again shirt while making threatening statements. One participant said, "Y'all are making a mess of the Sniper Gang. I don't typically burn shirts. I really burn other things and you feel it." The threatening tone showed that this wasn't just about merchandise anymore. This was about respect, territory, and the willingness to escalate beyond music. Just when it seemed like the tension might explode into full-scale war, they actually squashed it. Footage surfaced of them on FaceTime together, laughing and showing love like the old days. In the video, you could see both artists genuinely happy to be talking to each other again. Kodak was asking about food, they were joking around, and it felt like the brotherhood was back. The conversation was natural and comfortable, showing that despite the public tension, they still had genuine affection for each other. The reconciliation became even more public when YoungBoy released Letter to Kodak after Kodak was sentenced to federal prison on weapons charges. In the song, YoungBoy rapped directly to Kodak about how much he missed him, showing genuine love and concern for his friend who was locked up. The lyrics were emotional and heartfelt. YoungBoy talked about missing their conversations, worrying about Kodak's safety in prison and hoping that he would come home soon. This wasn't just a publicity stunt. You could hear the emotion in YoungBoy's voice. The hip-hop industry and fans reacted positively to the reconciliation. People were relieved to see two talented artists resolve their differences peacefully instead of letting the situation escalate into something dangerous. For a moment, it looked like the hip-hop community had avoided another potentially dangerous beef. Fans were relieved, both camps seemed to relax, and it appeared that maturity had prevailed over ego and street politics. But that peace wouldn't last long, and what happened next would reignite everything in the worst way possible.
The beef reignited in April 2020 when Kodak accused NBA YoungBoy of cooperating with police. The situation involved YoungBoy's girlfriend at the time, Ayanna Mayweather, Floyd Mayweather's daughter, who was arrested for allegedly stabbing LaPatra Lashai Jacobs, the mother of YoungBoy's child. According to authorities, the incident occurred at YoungBoy's house. When police arrived to investigate, reports stated that YoungBoy fully cooperated with their investigation. The authorities said YoungBoy was telling the police they could do their whole investigation. The accusation of cooperation with police is one of the most serious allegations you can make in street culture. It's essentially calling someone a snitch, which can have deadly consequences in that environment. Kodak decided to involve himself by making the accusation from behind bars. He wrote in an Instagram comment, They mean fully cooperated. LOL, they ain't say a little piece, they say fully. Anyways, man, that word ain't even supposed to be attached to your name. Damn, little bro, don't do that little girl like that, man. The comment was calculated and designed to cause maximum damage to YoungBoy's reputation. The condescending tone, calling YoungBoy lil bro and lil girl, was designed to be emasculating and disrespectful. YoungBoy went on Instagram Live after seeing Kodak's comments, and his response was explosive. These guys be on my private parts so bad. These guys watch me from a jail cell, man. The guys watch me from a jail cell and be on my private parts so bad. The anger in YoungBoy's voice was real and raw. He felt genuinely disrespected by someone he used to call his friend, and he wasn't going to let it slide. The exchange continued on social media, with both artists posting videos and memes insulting each other. This type of public humiliation showed that the beef had moved beyond personal disagreement into psychological warfare.
But here's where everything went completely left. After getting out of prison, YoungBoy flew Kodak's ex-girlfriend, Mellow Reckless, out to his location. And not only did he get involved with her personally, but he also gave her a feature on a song to help boost her career. This move was incredibly disrespectful. This wasn't just about a woman. This was about violation of respect and crossing lines that shouldn't be crossed in street culture. Messing with someone's ex, especially someone you used to call your friend, is one of the ultimate signs of disrespect. The timing was particularly calculated. YoungBoy waited until he was out of his legal troubles and in a position of strength before making this move. It seemed designed to provoke Kodak and show that he could take whatever he wanted, including Kodak's ex-girlfriend. But YoungBoy didn't just mess with Mellow Reckless. He put her on a song, helped promote her music, took her on tour, and basically used this platform to elevate someone who was connected to Kodak. That's not just personal disrespect, that's public humiliation. The song collaboration was particularly insulting because it meant that Kodak would have to hear his ex-girlfriend on the track with his former friend. Every time the song played, it would be a reminder of the disrespect. Taking her on tour was another level of public humiliation. It meant that everywhere YoungBoy performed, Mellow Reckless would be there as a visible symbol of how YoungBoy had taken something that belonged to Kodak. In street culture, there are certain lines you don't cross, and messing with someone's ex-girlfriend, especially publicly, is definitely one of them. The violation becomes even more serious when it involves someone you used to call your friend. Kodak's response was swift and brutal. Instead of handling the situation privately, he decided to address it publicly with diss messages that went directly at YoungBoy. According to content from the situation, Kodak said some wild stuff that made it clear he felt genuinely disrespected by YoungBoy's actions. The tone of Kodak's response was raw and emotional. You could hear the pain and anger as he talked about how YoungBoy had violated their friendship and crossed lines that shouldn't be crossed. The personal nature of the attacks showed that this wasn't just about music or business anymore. This was about personal betrayal and the violation of trust between former friends. The breakdown also showed how much the friendship had meant to Kodak. The fact that he was so hurt by YoungBoy's actions demonstrated that their bond had been genuine and that the betrayal was particularly painful. By responding publicly, Kodak was ensuring that everyone would know how he felt about the situation. He wasn't going to suffer in silence or handle the disrespect privately. He wanted the world to know that YoungBoy had crossed a line and that there would be consequences.
When NBA YoungBoy decided to do a show in Miami as part of his tour, Kodak's home territory, Kodak decided to make a statement that nobody could ignore. October 14, 2025 was supposed to be YoungBoy's night, his first Miami concert in 5 years. Tickets sold out, fans lined the streets, and the whole 305 was pulsing with that YoungBoy energy. But just as the city thought it was YB's night, the sky started to roar. Out of nowhere, a black helicopter started circling over Biscayne Bay. The sound cut through the night like a movie scene. Cameras went up, people started recording, and before anybody could make sense of what was happening, the door of that helicopter cracked open, and there he was, Kodak Black. Kodak was decked out in all black, diamond teeth catching the lights from below, dangling a banner that said, "Just getting started, October 31st. That's right, Kodak turned his Rivals concert night into his own album promo event. The helicopter stunt was unprecedented in hip-hop beef history. Nobody had ever pulled up to their Rivals concert in aircraft before. It was a level of petty and power that showed just how far Kodak was willing to go to make his point. This wasn't just showing off. It was strategic psychological warfare. Kodak knew exactly when to strike. YB's fans were flooding into the arena, cameras rolling, the streets packed. Kodak made sure every single one of them had to see his message before they even scanned their tickets. Down below, the streets were madness. Word around the Bay is Kodak paid local promoters and street teams to flood the area with sniper gang posters and neon signs. These weren't regular fans. These were paid hustlers screaming Team Kodak through bullhorns, passing out flyers, and holding up glowing boards. But that's not all. The water lit up too. Kodak's crew pulled up in style. Black yachts and speedboats cruising slow through the bay, decked out with bright LED lights, blasting his classic track, No Flocking at full volume. His team, all wearing sniper gang merch, was seen waving flags and throwing up signs, laughing like they just pulled off the ultimate stunt. The psychological impact of the stunt was immediate and powerful. Imagine walking into a concert for your favorite rapper, and before you even get inside, you see hundreds of people chanting for his rival, waving signs for another man's album, and helicopters circling overhead. The media response was immediate and intense. Within minutes, videos of the helicopter were going viral on social media. Hip-hop blogs, news outlets, and fans were all posting about the unprecedented stunt. The coverage was exactly what Kodak wanted. Instead of the night being about YoungBoy's triumphant return to Miami, it became about Kodak's audacious display of power and creativity. He had successfully hijacked the narrative and made himself the story. According to reports, Kodak's crew posted stories waiting for YB to come out, but nothing ever happened. The question everyone's asking is, was Kodak really on that timing, or was this y'all just for show? Miami PD monitored the situation but couldn't do much. Kodak had all the permits lined up for the helicopter, the watercraft registered, the street teams paid through event promoters. Every move had been planned weeks in advance. It wasn't chaos, it was choreography. But YB never came outside. Whether it was security concerns, legal advice, or just smart decision-making, he stayed inside the venue and did his show. Some people saw this as backing down. Others saw it as being smart and not falling for the bait. The decision not to confront Kodak directly was probably the right one from a legal and safety standpoint. Engaging with the situation could have led to violence, arrests, or other serious consequences that would have hurt YoungBoy's career and freedom. However, in street culture, not responding to such a direct challenge can be seen as weakness. The fact that Kodak was able to pull off such an elaborate stunt without any response from YoungBoy was seen by some as a victory for Kodak.